What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee and this is the Optimistic Network. Today we're making a seafood fajita. Now this is quick, easy and delicious and great any day of the week. We're using some tilapia fillet and we're using a seafood mix, and because the seafood mix doesn't have any shrimp, we're also adding shrimp. So go ahead and cut your tilapia into 1 to 2 inch pieces, however you prefer. And the seafood mix already come cut up, so I just rinse them off. And I'm going to add the same seasoning to the seafood mix that I'm adding to the fish. Some Cajun seasoning, a little Creole seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, some chili flakes, and some jerk seasoning. And we're seasoning lightly because we don't want this too salty. Salty seafood is the worst. We're also seasoning the fish separately, like I said, because we're going to fry off the fish first. After we get done seasoning them, just set them aside and we're going to cut up our vegetables because we're doing all the prep work before we start cooking. My choice of veggies are bell peppers, 3 colors bell peppers, green, red, and yellow, onions, and some mushrooms. Also, we're going to use garlic. And 3 to 4 stalks of scallions, or however much you prefer. Scallion only make it taste a little better. And let me take this moment to remind you that if you're not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn the notification bells on, and get active in the comments. Once our seafood is seasoned and our veggies are cut, it's time to start the cooking process. Also, I didn't season the shrimp because I didn't even realize there wasn't shrimp in the seafood pack. So I just took them out of the freezer after. So I just rinsed them out and threw them in the pot, which is fine because I seasoned the pot. This turned out perfect. So once you're done with the prep work, you're going to put your pot on the stove. Add some oil, any oil of your choice. I used regular oil, vegetable oil, I think it was, and I just added my fish to the oil. Make sure your oil is hot and don't let the fish touch. Kind of just put them apart. It can be as close as possible, but not touching because we don't want to break them up, and fish are easy to break, as we know that. Also, we don't need them frying for long, about 1.5 to 2 minutes on each side. Once it start getting brown on one side, just turn them over and make that get brown on the other side, and then take them out just like this. Once I remove them from the oil, I drained off a little of the oil because we don't want all that oil in our seafood fajita. Actually, it's jerk seafood fajita I'm making. So once you take that out, drain some of the oil off and go ahead right away and add your seafood. Now, the seafood had calamari, mussels, octopus, crab meat, and I think a few pieces of scallops. And the crab was not real crab. That's what I didn't like about it. It was fake crab, but anyway, it was still good. I added the shrimp after I stir fried the seafood a couple minutes. I added the shrimp, stir fry that, then I removed them all from the pot. Before I remove them from the pot, I added a little of the same seasonings that I used to season it, except the Creole seasoning. So I added a little Cajun, some garlic powder, some onion powder, and I added a little chili flakes. Stir that in thoroughly, and then I removed them from the pot. Pot back on the stove, then I added my garlic, let that fry for about 30 seconds. Then I added my onions, stir fry that for about another 30 seconds. Then I added my mushrooms, stir fry that for another 30 seconds, put a cover on it and lower the heat. I left it to sit for about 5 minutes. Onions can wilt down and the mushrooms release its juice and cook. 5 minutes later, I cranked the heat back up, added my bell peppers, give that a stir fry for about 30 to 45 seconds, and added my scallion, stir fry that for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then I added my seafood back in there. Be sure to drain back all that flavor that was sitting in whatever you stored your seafood in, whatever you had put it in. Be sure to scrape all that juice back in your pot because all that is flavor. I stir that up thoroughly after I added the seafood, and finally I added the fish and stir it up carefully. Use my rubber spatula and go from side to side because I don't want to break my fish up. So the fish is the last thing you add back, and just give it a 3 to 4 stirrs just to get everything incorporated. Once you added your fish and move it around a couple times just to mix everything in, you're done. This is it. Quick and easy jerk seafood fajita. I serve that up on a hot cast iron pot, just like I would get it when I go to the restaurant. Because when I go to restaurant, the only thing I ever order is seafood fajita. I just added my jerk twist to it. And it usually comes with some flour tortilla on the side. I used whole wheat tortilla. Sometimes it comes with some rice and some refried beans. I didn't want to eat rice and I don't like refried beans, so all I served it up with was the tortilla. Like I said, I put some guacamole on the sides and I topped it with some cilantro and I added a couple pieces of lime. Oh my god, you guys need to try this. This is so quick and easy, and most importantly, so delicious. Anyone can do this. And take a moment to appreciate the colors in this dish. So here comes the cast iron pan. Look how good this, oh my god, just doing the voiceover, I'm hungry for this again. Like I said, I topped with some cilantro and I put a couple of pieces of lime on the side, used some guacamole. It wasn't even, I didn't even make the guacamole, it was store bought, and I enjoyed this so much. All I did was warm the tortilla in wet paper towel for 30 seconds and everything turned out so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in my next upload. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.